Hello everyone, my name is Rohan Poddar and I'm the owner and director of IMSI Limited, short for Innovative Mechatronic Systems Integrators. We are a system integration and a product design company, and today I'm here to introduce you to our first product, iPSDB 1.0. It stands for Industrial Process Software and Documentation Builder. It's a web application designed to assist system integrators who deliver automation solutions to process industries like pharmaceuticals, food, water, oil and gas, and HVAC. It will develop your PLC software, including diagnostics, I/O mapping, drive interfaces, CMs, EMs, and sequences, recipe management systems, set points management systems. The resultant PLC software is based on ISA SAT8 software architecture. The application will also develop your HMI databases and engineering documentations such as FDS, alarm schedule, and IO schedule. I will add STS and test specifications in next couple of months. The application will expand massively over next couple of years, covering machine automation, safety applications, and even different vendors other than Rockwell, like for example Siemens TIA Portal and Semantic Manager applications. Currently, it provides ControlLogix applications only. I'm going to leave the link of the application in the description of the video. Now, it's an introductory video and not the tutorial video. I will make the tutorial videos later on so that you can understand better how to use the application and how it works. I will not go into any functional details of the application this time, but let me show you a couple of projects that I've built for demonstration. Here we have a DAF plant. I've selected this project because it demonstrates most commonly used control modules, equipment modules, and sequencing techniques in process automation. Here I've got sequence and it's running and it's completed. The sump pump, as you can see, starts and stops based on the level of the balance tank using the hysteresis controller. These two pumps are running in duty standby configuration. The coagulating pump and scraper motor is running in PWM configuration. You also have engineering set point page where you can configure all your engineering set points. Now, these are also configured using web application. The other project that I wanted to show you is a simple coffee making process. On top, we have header section with all the ingredients like cold water, hot water, CIP, coffee, milk, and sugar. As you can see, it not only covers the production ingredients, but also the cleaning ingredients as well. Here, I've got 4 sequences: pre-wash, production, CIP, and hot wash. Together, they make a batch, which is controlled by batch sequence. So when the batch sequence is run, these 4 sequences are going to run in that order shown on the SCADA. Before you run the batch sequence, you have to select a recipe. So if I go to recipe page, you will see currently white coffee recipe is selected. Now the recipe management system is also configured using the web application. If I start the batch sequence, you will be able to see that the pre-wash sequence has started. It's opened the cold water header and it started filling up the tank using the cold water using this valve here. Now that's from the HMI side. You will be able to download the global object library for the HMI from the application. Let me show you the PLC side of things now. The PLC is divided in multiple sections. You have diagnostics, inputs, control modules, equipment modules, your sequences, and then the output modules. PIDs are configured in 50 millisecond time task. Even the hardware configuration is done using the web application, and The diagnostic for the associated hardware is also coded by the web application. Looking at one of the control modules here, you can see the interlocks are commented based on the actual interlock conditions. Same thing happens with the permissive if they are applicable and configured here. As you can see here on this page, your drive interface is configured. And similarly, you will be able to see the drive output interface is also configured. All of this is done by web application. Now let me show you the documentation. As you can see, this FDS is developed using the application. It documents the PLC process in very detail. There is a hardware section where it documents all the hardware that you've configured in your PLC software. There is a network section. If applicable, you will get the IP schedule here as well. And it is asking, it's put the marker in place to let you know that it is expecting a picture to be inserted. If the network section is not applicable to your process or your project, you can remove it. Then is the project summary and the sequences. The sequences are documented in a lot of detail. As you can see, for each step of sequence, step description, step action, and step conditions are documented. Even the step delay is documented. As you can see, each phase of each sequence is also documented in very detail. Then starts with your software module section. Here, all your control modules and equipment modules are documented, followed by your set point configuration tables. If you have recipe configured in your project, then it will document that as well. Then starts with your I/O schedule. And finally, your HMI section is documented. The rest of the FDS you need to manually update. For instance, if you want to add your HMI screenshot in your document, then you need to manually add it later on. So after I finished these projects, I spoke to a couple of very experienced system integrators and asked them about how long they would take to deliver PLC, HMI, and documentation for these applications. These are just example applications, and they told me between 6 to 8 weeks. If you're a system integrator watching this, please comment down below how long it would take you to complete PLC, HMI, and documentation for these projects. I built these projects using my application, and it took me 10 hours to complete them. That's right, just 10 hours. From 8 weeks down to 10 hours. That's going to save you a lot of labor costs and increase your profit margin. This application is going to give you an edge on your competition in terms of speed, accuracy, and quality of your software and increase your profitability. I'm sure you can see how. Now, there is a possibility that a non-system integrator might want to use this application, like someone from process industry. I've accounted for that. The application is really just a configuration exercise with no requirement for understanding of software. And as long as you are able to identify different software modules, sequences, and recipes for your process, you can use this application. Besides, doing it in-house is going to save you a lot of money. But in this case, I must recommend you to validate and test all the results from the application prior to its use from a qualified and sufficiently experienced control system engineer. Or just take it to your favorite system integrator, that way you're both happy. You're probably also wondering about the security of your data over the internet. The way this is resolved is when you log out of your application, your data will be flushed from our server. If you're a subscribed user, you will be able to save your work and your data will be documented in a spreadsheet and downloaded on your local machine enabling you to upload it and resume your work at a later time. So your data will be on the internet only for the duration you are logged into the application. And the other times it's not on the internet for you to lose it. You as a user have a responsibility to keep your credentials secret and log out properly every time to ensure the security of your data. Please visit the application and register. Registration is free of cost. You will be able to have a play with all the functionalities that application has to offer for free. You will just not be able to save or upload your projects, and you won't be able to download any results without subscription. I'm excited and looking forward to hearing your thoughts about the application. Thank you.